We have new pictures from Mar-a-Lago that really capture the sheer disorder of the place where Donald Trump stashed classified documents from the White House in 2021. There were boxes of documents found mingled in with mementos, a bunch of golf shirts, and some printer photo paper. I think those are golf shirts. I hope those are golf shirts. Like a college student cleaning out their dorm room at the end of the semester. There was this box of classified material right next to a 2019 New York Times Sunday business section, which, good to hold on to those. There were other records like this unsigned letter to a Sandy Hook family found in a closet, sitting casually next to a case of Diet Coke, surrounded by Trump vanity picture and surplus MAGA swag. There were dozens of boxes, many labeled, as you can see here, mixed in with old clothes and hoarded newspapers. Both these pictures, taken by Trump co-defendant Walt Nauta, shows boxes with classified materials that he just spilled out over the floor. And the whole reason we're seeing these pictures is because they are part of a filing from special counsel Jack Smith's team responding to an attempt by Trump's lawyers to throw the whole case out based on how investigators handled the documents. Smith's team points out Trump personally chose to keep documents containing some of the nation's most highly guarded secrets in cardboard boxes, along with a collection of other personally chosen keepsakes of various sizes and shapes from his presidency. Oh, the shade. Newspapers, thank you notes, Christmas ornaments, magazines, clothing, and photographs of himself and others. To anyone other than Trump, the boxes had no apparent organization whatsoever. Christy Greenberg is a former federal prosecutor for the Southern District of New York, where she served as deputy chief of the criminal division. She's been following this case, and she joins me now. So there's the sort of absurdity of the conditions under which all this was stored, and we're getting more evidence of that too. But I find it even more absurd, the filing from Trump's lawyers, the seriousness with which Aileen Cannon appears to be taking it, and Jack Smith's motion. So what are Trump's lawyers arguing?
That is the problem, because their argument has evolved. Initially, it was, I declassified everything, right? I told my lawyers, I told all my national security officials I declassified it. Then it was, well, I selected certain items.
Like the priest with the communion.
Right.
No, seriously, that it was actually a kind of transformation of the substance of the thing.
Yes. So that was the first argument. Then it was, I personally selected these, and because I brought them to my residence, they became personal. Then it was, the FBI planted them, right? And I didn't know anything about them. And now it's this, well, I need to know the order of the boxes because maybe some of them were buried and I didn't see them, or maybe because it's next to this letter from Sandy Hook, I would know the date, and then it was old and maybe they were forgotten. Like, they are all over the place.
But aren't they also saying, we want you to throw all this evidence out because it was not, orderly enough in the way that it was taken?
Yes, which, again, isn't really a thing. I mean, you don't have to keep it would have been impossible as you're transporting boxes to make sure you keep the Christmas ornament in the exact spot, with the golf shirt and the classified documents. Like, things get moved around.
Right, but there's no standard for that. I don't even understand what the legal argument is.
No, but they did keep integrity within the box, right?
Right.
So everything, all the contents of this box was there. You just don't know the precise order of it, which there's no case law saying that you have to. But you know that these things were basically kept together, and that is relevant for the prosecutors, not for the defense, because it shows, look how recklessly he maintained these materials. The fact that they are strewn in with all of these personal items shows that he was not taking the care that needed to be taken with the classified material.
So Aileen Cannon has been running her little sort of Supreme Court in Florida situation, days of oral arguments. Today was another day where this stuff could be done in motions practice. I'm not an expert, but it seems like you don't need days of oral arguments on this. But again, sort of dressing down the Jack Smith prosecutor. I don't appreciate your tone. All of this stuff being basically kind of still kept up in the air with no decisions on it. So nothing can be done with it. What's your sense of that?
Well, at the end of the hearing today was the first time that I think there was a very unremarkable hearing on a very basic issue that could have been decided on the papers. One of Jack Smith's prosecutors said something remarkable. He called out this charade and he said, the purpose, the defense strategy here is to just cast aspersions on the government, on law enforcement. That's what we're doing here. They're just here to air their grievances publicly. And as the prosecutor's saying, that's not fair, she said thank you and concluded the hearing. Like, she didn't want to hear it. She shut it down. But that's what's going on here. It is political theater. It's not really anything you would expect to be happening in a case.
Are these, I mean, so in some cases, right, with let's say immunity, right? In the immunity motion, there is a novel constitutional issue, right?
Yes.
It's going to the Supreme Court in the Jan 6. But like, stuff gets taken there are classified documents cases all the time, and there's search warrants executed. I don't actually understand how this motion makes any sense legally. And is this pro forma? Do defendants do this all the time?
All the time.
Oh, they do?
Right. So anytime there's a search warrant in a case, you can bet your bottom dollar that the defense attorney, if he's, worth the salt, is going to file a motion saying there was something wrong with the search warrant.
Okay.
And therefore, that agents acted improperly. It was too broad. And therefore, it should get all the evidence that was seized should get thrown out. But here, there was really no there. Like, they said it's too broad, and Cannon rightly said, well, but it's just seeking classified materials. And then they said, well, they went to too many different rooms. They went to Melania's room, they went to Barron's room, and Cannon said, well, yeah, but they didn't get anything, so what's your prejudice? What's the legal issue? And by the way, that's a crazy argument for the defense to make, considering the fact that they were found in a ballroom and in a bathroom and all these other publicly
why are you going all these
places?
crazy places when, in fact, in the crazy places are when... My favorite are the boxes that are behind. And do we have the bathroom shot? The bathroom behind the tension rod? It's running you about $1.99 at your local store, the tension rod shower curtain.
Yeah, I mean, it's absurd. So for them to even be raising these arguments, which again, on the papers, there are no facts here, but really what they want to do, what the defense is saying is, we want to bring in the agents. How can we say that what they're doing wasn't egregious unless we talk to them? Which again, fuels the narrative that they want, which is FBI bad.
Right. So
FBI out to kill Donald Trump. Right. FBI wrong.
And this is, of course, this has become the FBI sort of setting up Donald Trump has become this whole right-wing conspiracy theory. There's our bathroom one with that's such a beautiful shot. It's just a great room in all sorts of different ways, boxes aside. Christy Greenberg, so they want to get the FBI folks, but it is all, of course, more delay. We'll see where this ends up. Christy Greenberg, thank you very much.
Hey there, MSNBC fans. I'm Luke Russert, and be sure to join me, Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki, Lawrence O'Donnell, Steve Kornacki, Joy Reid, and many more September 7th in Brooklyn, MSNBC Live Democracy 2024. Click on the link for ticket information. We will see you there.